Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, fellas.
What's up? What's up?
As y'all can see, I got the buddies joining me we're not at the Oyster Pub anymore. We are in our own living rooms or bedrooms or wherever. We don't know where Jeremy is, but he's got a sign on the wall. What else is that up top, Jeremy?
What's what?
Up top, is that a basketball court? Yeah.
Oh no, that's it's a God of War collectible case.
Oh,
So
Nice.
you can see my other collectibles here.
yeah.
Nice.
Dude, from here, it looks like one of those dry erase basketball coaching
It
boards.
does.
I was about to say, I need that next week. Anyway, yeah, we got Jeremy and Brandon joining again. This is going to be your Phoenix recap and also your season recap. And we got a ton to talk about. It's going to be a pretty good episode, I believe. So we're going to get right into it with our drinks first. Fellas, y'all want to share what you're drinking?
Go ahead.
I'll go first. I got a delicious tactical brew here called Keanu Tumble Reeves. Not
Dang,
sure
that's one
if
of my favorites.
Koza shared this on here yet. Look at that beautiful man right there.
Yeah, I don't remember if
Nice.
I've had it on this pod or not, but
Yeah. So
That's
this is
excellent.
a banana, peanut butter, and strawberry jelly sandwich inspired sour. It is 5.3%. And like I said, you can get it right at Tactical. I'm going to pop it open and compare it to the PB&J mixtape I had yesterday.
Is that the only beer you have on hand?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to be sipping it.
Huh?
You're going to be sipping it.
Yeah, I just had a big dinner, so this is my dessert.
How's that first taste?
Very good.
It's a lovely beer.
Very good. Like I said, more of a jelly taste than the PB&J mixtape. Very good. Highly recommend. Check out Tactical.
What you got, Brandon?
I got me some coquito.
Oh, the good stuff.
Okay.
I got some coquito. A guy at work, his wife made some early, so he was like, "You want a bottle?" I was like,
I'll take a bottle. Is it homemade, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. My wife always gets us a bottle from her family.
Oh man, you can't beat it, bro. It's so good.
That's like a fall or winter kind of drink, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
some people. I mean, you can kind of compare it to eggnog, but I don't like eggnog, but I like coquito.
Same.
Oh, boy.
That is true.
Well, Jeremy, did you say you wanted to cheers something?
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Just wanted to cheers to that late caution in the race.
Cheers to William Byron.
Huh? Oh
Cheers
my God!
William Byron, our
there
hero.
you go. Yeah, I was gonna say cheers to Denny Hamlin not winning. Cheers to Kyle Larson, but the real cheers goes to Willie B for making that caution happen.
Yeah,
he's a man of the hour.
Cheers it up.
Cause the caution.
Yep.
I have a Coors Edge. That's the
Cheers,
non-alcoholic beer for Coors.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's not great, but I do have something a little different. Obviously, I prepared a toast. I mean, we won the championship. I had to have something, and so I brought a Budweiser Zero because it's a lot smaller than the bottle. I was thinking about maybe I should shotgun one, since that's what Larson's wife does in Victory Lane.
I like it.
It's one
Not
of those.
that anyone wants to see me shotgun a beer, but feels like something we should do when Young Money wins. So I think I might go through with it. Jeremy, do you want to join me? You got something to shotgun or not?
I
put
mean,
him on the spot there.
You did put me on the spot. I could go grab one if you give me like 30 seconds.
Okay, by all means.
Gosh, I'm just I'm a bit nervous about doing it on my carpet here. But let's do it.
Get you a key or something too to prick it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I could think of is if we were gonna try to restart it here, but
man, it's been a while since I did a shotgun though, so I don't know how this is gonna go.
You're supposed to stab it, then open it up. Yeah.
Yep. Here goes the stab.
Oh my gosh,
all right,
this is gonna be terrible.
Young Money brought us a championship this week, and his wife, Caitlin Larson, is known for shotgunning beers at Victory Lane, so that's what we're going to do. We all get to Victory Lane. All right, everyone. Raise those glasses high because we are once again toasting the kings of NASCAR. 15-time Cup Series champions Hendrick Motorsports.
Let's go.
That's right. 15 championships. That's not a stat. That is a flex. Yeah, other teams are out here fighting for a top 10, and Rick Hendrick is over here deciding which trophy room to build next.
For real.
So Jeff Gordon won the first championship 30 years ago.
Yep.
And there's no signs of us slowing down.
Yeah.
15 championships in 30 years. So here's to the drivers, to the crews, and to the fans of Hendrick Motorsports. Here's to the dynasty, 15 and counting. That's right. Cheers, boys.
Let's go. Get them going, boys. Daniel took a shower.
Yep. Boy. I went to Victory Lane.
My man Ice-T over here struggling.
It took me a bit longer.
How does she do it so smooth?
Crazy.
She's a pro.
Gonna have to get my carpet cleaner out.
Oh boy. Man, I need to put on a different shirt or something. Yikes. This is like my new Georgia shirt too.
Ever shotgunned a beer before? Jeez.
Apparently not. My beard got most of it too. Dadgum, I'm looking for
I thought it was a great idea. I got a kick out of it.
That's just for the viral moment, hopefully. Well. Boys, did y'all get to watch that entire race?
Oh yeah.
I watched the entire race.
Yeah. Pretty entertaining. What did y'all think of the race as a whole?
That was great. I mean, it was a championship race, man. They were getting after it, man. And Denny Hamlin and O'Byron there, man. They were battling pretty much the entire race up until the end.
Seemed like it was them two the whole day, right?
All day.
It
It was going to come down to them anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Larson was hanging around a little bit, but I thought that Briscoe never really was there. But I thought that the two Hendrick cars and Denny were the top three favorites for sure.
The fact that Briscoe came back from a blown tire twice and finished sixth.
It was really impressive.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Were y'all watching with anyone?
Nah. My wife,
Jeff.
Olivia.
Yeah, my dad came over,
and
I think for the last half of the last stage. So the end of the race.
Nice.
So, and I don't think he's watched anything all year long, but I mean, he was obviously captivated. He loves sports. That was a Game 7 moment that he was there for. So, yeah. Anyway, what do y'all think? Did Denny Hamlin choke this one away, or did Kyle Larson win the race?
Kyle Larson made that move on pit road, bro. Larson's clutch, man.
Denny didn't do anything wrong.
No, Denny did nothing wrong, bro. Larson made the clutch move on pit road.
Yeah. When Denny, so they all came down pit road at the end of this race, and did y'all think Denny was going to take 4 tires?
I thought everyone was taking 4 tires.
I never understand drivers who take 4 tires on a green-white checkered. You're putting yourself at such a disadvantage by the position you're losing by doing that.
That's a tough one. So some people are saying, a couple nights before was the truck race, and Corey Heim, he took 4 tires and was able to drive himself to the win.
Yep.
And I think it might have been Denny saying that wasn't really the thought process for his team on Sunday. It was because it's easier to do that in the truck series, not as easy to do it in the Cup series, obviously.
Yeah, I saw that too.
But like you said, to give up all that track position and take 4 tires there. So what caught me off guard, like I said, my dad was sitting next to me on the couch. We're watching the end of this race. And Denny Hamlin, because he qualified on the pole, he actually had the best pit stall of the on the track.
Yeah.
So he can see, that team can see what all the other teams are doing before he even gets to his pit stall.
Right.
I was surprised they didn't call an audible and just do 2 tires with everybody.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me. They saw what everybody else was doing, taking 2 tires, and they still decided to go with a 4-tire pit stop there.
Denny had the car. They thought what I was thinking is that they thought that Denny's car was definitely there. They thought with the 4 tires, that traction, that grip, they were going to take off, but that didn't happen.
And he could have if he maybe had 4 or 5 laps, but
for sure.
Yeah. That would have been a different story. Just not on a 2-lap shootout.
Right.
Yeah.
For the championship.
Yeah, and it's on a shorter track, like, it's
Yeah.
not this long track that you have more time.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, road course, you can make it happen, but
And
not a
did you
short track.
know that, Larson's crew chief,
Chris Gale?
Chris Gale,
Yeah.
said that it was not him who made the call, but his engineers.
Is that right?
Yep.
Huh.
Interesting.
Think he's, like, trying to shift some of the blame there? I mean, dude, you're the crew chief. You gotta be the one making the decision there.
Yeah, for real.
Wait, are we talking about Larson or Hamlin?
No, Hamlin, Chris
Oh, La
Gale,
Larson's crew chief,
Cliff Daniels.
Cliff Daniels. Cliff Daniels said that it was his engineers who made the call for 2 tires.
True.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that in just a second. Because he's the next guy. Obviously, he's the one that won the championship. We got to spend time talking about Larson. But the last thing I want to add about Denny is that, he's never going to have a better shot than he had. That was the best shot of his career at winning a championship. Obviously, that's why he feels so dejected like he did.
Yeah.
It's hard not to have like a little bit of a tough spot in the heart for him. But I mean, at the end of the day, I wanted anyone from Hendrick to win. I don't care how they had to do it, and I love that they got to do it against him. But that is probably it for him winning the championship. I can't imagine him being able to go through all that hard work for an entire.
Hold on, Daniel. Let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
Way back
Not
on
so
the
fast.
very first episode there, bud. You thought that Hamlin was going to have a terrible year this year.
I got that in my notes later on. I
Oh,
did.
that's right. Okay, but no, I was like, I mean, who knows, bro? Danny could get it done again this next year. He has 2 more years. I mean, he performed at an elite level this year, man.
Yeah, and so my thing is that was the closest he'll ever get. He was a couple laps away from it.
An Atlanta Falcons situation. We're never getting back to the Super Bowl.
You ain't kidding. I mean, everything that he just the amount of work that goes into it, I think. It's going to be hard for him to do that, and he's already in his 40s. We see drivers just fall off a cliff at the end of their careers, and he's nearing that age. I know he's not there right now, but he's very close to it. And I mean, this time next season, we could be talking about him possibly already in a drought.
Yeah.
I mean, because just last season he only had 1 win all year long.
Yeah.
So it was hard to imagine that he was going to have a phenomenal season like he did in his 40s with all the different responsibilities he has on his plate. I just don't see him being able to repeat that. But he is a phenomenal driver. I will give him that.
Now, how wild would it have been if Danny would have won the championship as he's the one suing NASCAR?
Yeah. Would have been interesting. And that was a lot more welcomed than Joey Logano winning a championship this year. So I would have accepted it.
Yep.
But guess what? We don't have to accept either. Let's go.
Nope.
Let's go.
So, also, do you think he's going to maybe get some more fans out of this that maybe feel bad for him? We see some of the villains of NASCAR at the end of their career, they get some appreciation, they get some support from fans that they didn't used to get support from. I feel like he's going to fall into that category, and we're already starting to hear more cheers for him when he's introduced at tracks. And I think this is probably going to boost that a little bit more. What do y'all think?
Agreed.
I think he's still, excuse my language, a douchebag.
Well, we know Jeremy's not rooting for him, but do you think like there will be fans that will probably offer up some cheers and support for him?
Yeah.
I mean, I've already seen it happening.
Yeah. I think it's kind of undeniable. People do feel bad for him, and he's at least going to get some more popularity in the positive category than the negative category from this, I
But
think.
he loves playing the villain, and
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He embraces that.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Kyle Larson. So obviously he was not a threat all day long. Out of the 4 championship cars, he was probably 3rd best.
I'd say so.
But he was able to have some circumstances align And I mean, they battled back from some blown tire issues in the race,
Mhm.
and I want to attribute this win just like Larson is. He's pretty much like crediting his crew chief, Cliff Daniels, who you were hinting at a few minutes ago. I think he deserves all the flowers that he gets. He deserves a ton of credit from this. And like you said, it was his engineers that encouraged him to go with a 2-tire stop there at the end. And I think that that's a great summarization of just how much teamwork goes into making this success in the sport. But at the end of the day, Cliff Daniels is the crew chief telling Larson what to do.
Yep.
And it worked out in their favor. I think Cliff Daniels deserves a ton of love for getting the job done.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do y'all think he was a deserved champion?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No controversy?
No, I mean,
he
even if Byron would have won, I mean, either one of them are deserving champions in my opinion.
wasn't Larson like, if you went by the old school points, he would have been
Yeah.
the leader.
Yeah, that's the point that I wanted to bring up is he still led the series in points.
Yeah.
Even this season, the point system that they used this year, he led in points.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah, deserve a champion. And Denny Hamlin also said that too. Denny Hamlin said there's a difference in deserving and should have. Denny probably should have been champion on Sunday, but that doesn't make Larson not deserving.
Agreed.
So yeah, after the season he had, of course, he was the only driver in the final 4 that did not win a race in the final 2 rounds. Now, really, that's the final 4 races.
Mhm.
But if you take the round of 8, we had 3 different drivers win and lock themselves into the championship race. That was not Larson. So he advanced to the championship race on points. And then he didn't even win the race on Sunday and still won the championship. In fact,
Wild.
he never led a lap all day long and was still crowned champion. Do y'all think that there's anything controversial about that? The finish, the race itself, the championship race.
I don't think so. You drove your ass off. You got it done.
It's just it's the way it's set up right now. I mean, it all comes down to one race.
Yeah. That's what you get with the one race championship. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I mean, you drove all day long, battled adversity. You're in the right spot at the right time. You knew where you needed to be. You got
Yeah.
it done, dude. I mean, winner take all, best of the best.
Yeah, he didn't have to beat 30 other drivers out there. He just had to beat the other 3.
Yep,
Right.
that's all
And
you got
that's
to do, bro.
ultimately what happened. Stage points don't matter. It's all
Nope.
about the finishing
Who
result.
finishes the best? That's it.
Yeah. So my next topic is now going to be the point system. We've already heard from NASCAR. They've said that the format will be changing going forward. It's not going to be a one race championship race, whatever. And there's been talk about it being a full season championship points. There's also been some talk about a playoff still happening, but maybe less drivers making it. Also a much longer championship format. So a championship round of maybe 4 or 5 races. I've heard the number 4 from the media. I myself personally like the 5 race idea to determine a champion. Just it gives more of a sample size, but I want to see maybe what y'all are interested in if you had to come up with a new format to determine a champion. What would make y'all happy? Do you
I,
think?
like I said way back when we first did our first episode together, I'm old school, man. Best of the best, go out there and drive all year, just like it was way back in the day. Drive
36
all year,
races?
36 races, drive all year. Whoever was the best that whole year, man, you're the champion, bro.
Yeah, I see Jeremy wants to say something.
Do it.
I love that because that was the way it's always been done,
Yep.
and that would have given my boy Jeff Gordon a couple more championships, at least arguably 3. But from an entertainment standpoint, I can see what NASCAR's going for. They don't want it to get boring towards the end of the season because someone's running away with it and no one else has a shot.
Yeah, which
So
has happened
Yep.
oh, yeah, for sure.
in that full
Yeah,
season, format. Yeah, that happened plenty of times. Someti sometimes there was sorry. Sometimes there was no need for a finale race because the
right.
champion had already locked it up the week
Yep.
before.
Exactly. We were lucky if we had, like, an actual
Yeah.
battle the
Yeah,
last race of the
exactly.
season.
Yeah, I think the full season is just not enough entertainment, because we're all about getting viewers and TV ratings right now. We wanna, compete with NFL and, NBA, and so we wanna get viewers on the weekend, Sunday afternoon, Saturday night. You gotta compete with college football and NFL, and so a full season just not gonna get that done. It rewards the fairest champion probably, but it's just not dramatic enough. So that's why I feel the need to have at least a playoff format.
Yes,
Um,
but one race is ridiculous.
yeah, one race, not good enough. You gotta have a bit more.
And it's not just like, I could understand if it was, like, next year, the last race is gonna be at Homestead. That's
Yeah.
a very, like, what's
Yes.
the word I'm looking for? It's a mile and a half. It's, like, a very, like, that mile and a half track, like, defines NASCAR for me. Like, I love the mile and a halves. Like, that seems to be, like
Yeah, I got you.
yes, yes. And
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Like,
I
if it
love
was
the
a
way.
more fair that's what I was trying to say. We got, like, this flat track that caters to a certain driver, like Blaney. He dominates this track.
I love
He's
that track.
fantastic here,
Phoenix.
and I love it for him because I always felt like he had a great shot to win the championship just because I felt like the end of the season caters to him with the Martinsville and the Phoenix right there. He's great at those flat tracks.
Yeah.
But to have, like, a better battle, those mile and a half tracks, I feel like that's, more of like, we got, like, a couple of flat tracks and, like, a bunch of mile and a half tracks. That's what the championship should be on if it's gonna come down to one race.
Okay. So do you think Homestead, do you think that caters to a specific driver or a few select drivers?
Larson all day.
Larson, he's very good.
He
Right?
loves
He is
Guys
there.
that ride the wall. So
he
Larson, Reddick,
that. I don't
Bell.
know. I texted you when I thought Denny was running away with it, Daniel, during the race. I texted you, and then all of a sudden here came Larson, and I said, next year at Homestead, Larson will win a championship if he makes it.
I
Probably.
almost turned the race off with 9 laps left. I said, "I'm not watching this guy win a championship."
Yep. But to your point, Jeremy, Homestead will be the finale, but it won't have to be the sole determiner of the
I don't
champion.
think it's gonna be. I think they're definitely gonna change that.
Oh yeah. And we
Yeah.
know something's coming. I'm excited to hear what it's gonna be. I would love to know like tomorrow.
Right?
Right.
But yeah, something's gonna be happening. However, we know that most likely a champion will still be crowned on that day because I don't think it's gonna be a big enough format for someone to jump out with a big enough points lead.
Yeah.
However, I do think we could have a repeat where next year's champion, they might not have to lead a lap at Homestead either, and they could still clinch.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah, right, right.
Yeah, so,
So
be interesting.
I forgot what I
What's
was
up?
gonna say, go ahead.
You've been so articulate today. Well, next question is, what did y'all think of the Goodyear tires on Sunday? This is another
It's a-
hot topic because each of the championship drivers ended up having a problem in this race with flat tires. And so and there were more cars obviously rather than just the championship drivers, but it seemed like it was them. Maybe they were pushing too much.
I'm
Um
yeah,
but we
I'm
saw
gonna
this
have to agree
again.
with Denny Hamlin.
I think it started on Saturday or Friday. Whenever they practiced, we saw immediately tires was going to be difficult. But
Mhm.
yeah, what did Denny say?
Yeah, I hate to say this, but I agree with Denny Hamlin. They were they were pushing the tires too much. They were putting too much pressure in the tires, and
Yeah,
it was causing them to blow up. Like they just wanted too much out of them.
right. Yeah, And he's not the only one that I heard say that. There was I think Kevin Harvick also said that. It's not on Goodyear. This is on the teams for pushing the limits and trying to get the most out of it. And sometimes that's what happens. You cross that line, you end up eating it.
Yep.
So yeah, I do think ultimately this is what NASCAR and Goodyear want from the tire. I'm not sure if they wanted it on that big of a stage though. Because,
Right.
like I said, my dad was watching. He hadn't watched a race all year long. So, I mean, this is the day that casuals tune in,
Right.
and they're seeing all these tire issues. But I promise, if the teams can figure it out, it's going to be a good thing because the softer tire makes better racing for this race car. This next-gen car, it's better with a softer tire. So I think we're going in the right direction. It just kind of looked a little weird in the last race of the season. All the guys just push the limits and trying to get the most out of their car. I think
Yeah.
that's what we saw at the end with William Byron. He was the only guy that didn't have a tire issue until there was 3 laps to go. And he was running second. He was trying to push as hard as he could there at the end, and eventually it got him too.
Hey.
So, and
He was not gonna catch Denny Hamlin, so we appreciate him taking one for the team.
Yeah. But I told my dad late in that run when we saw that he wasn't catching Hamlin, I said, I wouldn't be surprised if William finally blows a tire here. Said all 3 other guys have done it today. He's going to overdrive right here. So, yeah, it didn't catch me by surprise very much. But speaking of William Byron, he just went to 3 straight championship 4 appearances, and he's 0 for 3. Doesn't have a championship to show for it yet.
That's okay. He got
Um,
500s.
what's that?
That's okay. He got Daytona 500s.
He does have the 2 Daytona 500s in his back pocket right now. And it seems like he's destined to be the eventual champion, the next champion of the 24 car. Do y'all feel that way as well?
It'll happen sooner or later.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's definitely my Hendrick pick for next year. He's made the championship 3 times. It just doesn't always come together for him.
Yeah. And so if he makes it again next year, it might work in his favor, being that there's a longer format now and it doesn't all come down to one race for the 24 car.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know,
Um,
and he's a consistent driver, bro. So I mean, if they're coming down to 4 or 5 races, dude, I mean, he string together some good finishes, maybe a win in there somewhere. You never know.
yeah. Well, undoubtedly, I think he's going to be right back in contention next year.
800%.
Yeah. However, I don't think he lost everything on Sunday. I think he might have come out a winner a little bit because
Austin Dillon.
wingman Austin Dillon took him over to meet Sydney Sweeney. And did you see William turn as red as his hat was? So he might have won a little bit on Sunday.
Maybe.
But next up, Chase Briscoe. He was probably the least expected guy to make the Final Four this year. But and on Sunday, he performed probably the worst out of the 4. But like you said, Jeremy mentioned, he drove through the field a couple different times though. So it still was impressive on Sunday. Do y'all think that he's going to be repeating this kind of performance and getting back to this spot next year, or at least in the years to come, maybe?
100%.
I think
100%.
So he's here to stay.
Oh, absolutely.
As long as he's driving for Joe Gibbs Racing, I think that he's going to be just fine. He's getting all that equipment. I mean, he has talent behind the wheel already. I think it's going to be a battle between him and Christopher Bell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just getting started in that 19.
Yeah, it seems like a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Sunday's performance showed that this was a breakout season. Maybe this team was still just a little too young to go get it all. It's really hard to do, especially in your first year together.
Crazy. First year championship 4, that's wild.
Yeah. So maybe a little too early for the championship, but next year I could see it for sure happening. And will be interesting to see if they can roll over that momentum. And like you said, he and Bell are pretty much going to be carrying the flagship of that Joe Gibbs Racing quad, if you want to call it that. Yeah, they look great though. Very impressive what they did this year. All right, so real quick, I'm going to go through all these numbers and all these stats. Some of you will find it boring, but to the Hendrick fans, this is what I promised to give you all the stats from the Phoenix race. So team by team, our best finisher was Larson. But here's what his weekend looked like. He started third, and then he finished fifth in stage one. He finished fourth in stage two, and then he finished third in the race. So, I mean, top 5 car all day long. And he ended up beating Hamlin by 3 spots to win the championship. And then Chase Elliott, he was out to lunch again. He started 17th. We're used to that. And then he finished 10th in stage 2 and finished 10th for the race. So he got a top 10 to finish out the year, but kind of seemed like he was checked out already. And then a guy that checked out a couple months ago, Alex Bowman, started 8th, and he ended up finishing stage 1 in 7th. But then that was pretty much it. He finished 15th in the race. He was just kind of in no man's land. And then probably our best car on Sunday, doesn't really have anything to show for it, was William Byron. He started 2nd, and then he won that first stage. Y'all remember, he ended up passing Denny by the end of the first stage. Kind of looked like he was going to be the better car on the long runs, and Denny might have the short runs.
Mm-hmm.
But we never saw it come to fruition for the rest of the race. He finished 3rd in stage 2, and then because of that incident at the end, he finished 33rd for the race. So he blew that tire, hit the wall running. He was running 2nd, actually being hounded by Blaney at the time, who ended up winning the race.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hate to see it end that way, but that is how racing goes. So, now I want to do a team by team analysis for the season. So I'm going to mention all 4 of our drivers again and their stats for the entire season. After I finish each driver, I want you to give your quick little takeaway that you have. So we're going to start with Larson since he won the championship this year. He had 3 wins, 1 pole, 15 top 5s, and he had 10 stage wins. I believe that was tied for the most stage wins in the entire series. What do y'all think of our champion Kyle Larson's season, knowing those numbers?
Deserving champion.
Deserving, absolutely.
Yeah. Is that what y'all expected, though, from Larson? Did you expect a little more, maybe?
A little bit more, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's,
maybe,
consistent.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a couple more polls or a win or 2 more, but I mean, sometimes you ain't got to. Sometimes you have to win all the races to win a championship.
He started off well, and then he just kind of
posted,
just did enough to get by the rest of the season.
Agreed.
Yeah, he didn't wow us, but he also didn't kill his season.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of take the same thing away. Expected a little bit more from this team just because he is Kyle Larson, and they are the 5 team. And
I
now
think
that
there's definitely more championships in his future.
Think so?
Especially with the new format coming up. It's gonna, I feel like it's gonna cater more to these, consistent, talented drivers like Kyle Larson.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it feels a little bit different now that he has the 2nd championship. He's a multi-time champion. Kind of feels like there are a lot more expectations now to go get even more championships. So next up, we got William Byron. He ended up finishing 4th in the standings. And he did win the Daytona 500 to start the season. So he won that for the 2nd year in a row. He will be going for the 3-peat in February. But this season he had 3 wins, 3 poles, 11 top 5s. He also ended up with 10 stage wins because he did win the first stage on Sunday. And then he also won the regular season championship. So what's your takeaway for the 24 car this year?
Outstanding.
Just a little bit short again.
Yeah, I mean, another great year for the 24, I feel like, but like Jeremy said, it's just a little bit short, not enough.
Yeah, he actually led the most laps in the series. So I believe
he led a ton of laps this year.
I believe he led over 1,300 laps, which is 200 more than Larson, who was 2nd most. But of course, a bunch of those laps came last week in Martinsville. So
yeah, just knowing that it's not going to come down to one race next season, I feel it's going to make Kyle Larson and William Byron both just huge contenders, bigger than they already are.
Yeah, even higher favorites. Yeah, all right. I like that. Next up, we got Chase Elliott. So he ended up finishing 8th in the driver standings, and he ended up beating Tyler Reddick by 1 point. But this year, Chase had 2 wins, no poles, 11 top fives, and he did have just 1 stage win all season long. So that's one of my takeaways is, yeah, we got to victory lane a little bit more this year.
They're
But
still not performing good though.
not enough stage wins, didn't run up front enough, did not do good on Saturdays. They have got to qualify better because the wins or the races that he was in contention for are the ones that he actually did qualify good for. So that would make a huge improvement if they could just qualify a little bit better. What's y'all's takeaway?
No, yeah, I agree as well. I mean, the 9 teams used to win races. They did a little bit of that this year, but I mean, they're not performing consistently.
Yeah.
Right. And they've had such a they used to dominate road courses. And
Yeah.
like I know that's SVG's department now, but they're not even like the second best anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Tyler Reddick's up there now. Or I mean, Dylan.
Who?
Is it Ty Dillon? He's good on road courses. The 45 or the
Ty
51.
Gibbs, the 54.
Tyler Reddick.
Gibbs.
You caught me off guard with that Ty Dillon.
That's up.
I'm about to buy you a shirt. Oh, yeah,
Gibbs.
Tyler Reddick. Yeah, here's the thing. I kind of see what you're saying, Jeremy, that Chase is maybe not second best on the road courses, but I don't know who is. I don't know who
Right.
is second best, if there is one. Like, because I feel like I could say that about Tyler Reddick. Obviously, that's AJ Allmendinger's strength, but he's had some rough road courses lately.
Right now,
Christopher
I'd say
Bell,
Christopher Bell is second
yeah,
best at road courses.
As
could
a
probably make a case, but I feel like Chase might have as strong a case as Larson and Bell and Reddick. So, yeah, they all are just trying to figure out how to compete with SVG.
Yeah.
yeah, not
I'm
at
gonna
all.
tell you who's going to be second best next year. Connor Zilich will.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's probably true.
they'll all be fighting for third best, I guess.
Pretty much.
Well, last we have Alex Bowman, and he finished 13th in the driver standings. This year he had no wins. He did have 2 poles. I don't remember either one of those. And then he had 6 top fives and no stage wins all year long for the 48. So what do y'all make of Alex Bowman's season?
You got to figure something out there.
What's that?
They got to figure something out there. There's
Poor
some
Alex Sloman.
yeah, he's
They cannot repeat that performance if he wants to avoid the hot seat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he will be on a very hot seat if they have another 2025 in
that
2026.
That number 48 car is used to victory lane and championships.
Yeah.
Not the last few years of Jimmy Johnson's career.
Boy, can't believe I invited such a hater onto this podcast. Jeez. Well, so if we want to take all 4 of those drivers and look at the season of Hendrick Motorsports organization as a whole, yes, we did get a championship out of it. We had 8 wins, which is down from 11 the previous season back in 2024. So I thought our goal this year would be to get 12 or more, and we came up short of that. We did have 3 different drivers win a race, and my goal was for all 4 of the drivers to win, so we came up short of that one. We ended up with 6 poles this year, and I was hoping that maybe we'd get 8 or more, so we came up short again. But we did have all the drivers make the playoffs, and that's because Bowman clinched at Daytona in August thanks to Blaney. So positives to take away, but in the grand scheme of things, because of my high expectations for this team, we did fall a little bit short this year in some aspects. I think there's plenty to grow on for next year, and would love to see us go get another championship. But what do y'all think of the organization as a whole on how we performed?
They're numero uno, bro.
They are, aren't they?
I mean,
Yeah,
Always have been.
They're not just absolutely dominating like they were before the next gen car now that everything's like evened out. But the big teams are still they just seem to be getting a little bit more out of it. Hendrick, Gibbs, Penske.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can't ask for any more from Hendrick.
You don't
I
think so?
mean,
Hendrick, bro, everyone's looking up.
I mean, you
that.
could ask for more from Alex Bowman. That
Yeah. Yeah. I think he knows that. Well, so I'm gonna go over my bold predictions from my season preview and tell you where each of these guys stand. So, I had a bold prediction for all 4 of our drivers, but I also had 2 at the end that are not Hendrick related. And so I'll see if y'all have any thoughts for that. But so I predicted that Bowman would lead the series in top 10 finishes. Obviously, that was a huge miss. He had 16 top 10 finishes this year. Do you know what he had the previous season? Alex Bowman top 10 finishes. He had 16 this year. What do you think he had in 2024? I'll tell you, he had 17.
I was gonna say not many more.
Yeah, he almost matched what he did in 2024 in that category.
He was able to capitalize more last year.
Yeah, for sure. And he got a few of those at the end of the season last year, where this season he was just out to lunch every single week. I don't remember their last top 10. But the actual leader in the series this year had 22 top 10 finishes. Anybody know who that was? 2 drivers, actually.
Was it not Denny?
Not Denny.
No.
Byron.
Not Byron. Pretty much the next 2 that come to mind. The champion,
Larson.
Kyle Larson.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christopher Bell. He had
Yeah.
22 top 10 finishes. So, yeah, like I said, another season like this for Bowman, I think that could be bad for his career. He will be on the hot seat. So, obviously, someone else will pick him up. Kind of like Suarez, now he's out of the 99. He's ended up with a cup ride in the 7 car. Bowman would probably end up with a decent cup ride, but this is his best shot at saving his career in Hendrick equipment, so he better figure it out next year.
Mm-hmm.
The next bold prediction I had for William Byron was that he would not have a summer slump, because that's what he has been known for throughout his career. So they always start good, they end good. So they got the book end of the season, but in the middle, he usually goes through the summer slump. I do think he largely avoided the summer slump this year, but he did have a slump. It just came like during the playoffs. He won the regular season championship. He was great to that point, but in the playoffs, he kind of slumped a little bit. But like I mentioned earlier, he led more laps than anyone this year. So the season as a whole was a success, just as many of his previous seasons have been. But his slump came at a different time, maybe at a bad time. They were still able to figure things out at the end and have momentum going into Phoenix, which is what you want, really. You want to be performing your best at the end. We haven't seen that from Bell. Bell started off the season. He had like 3 wins in a row after
right. He fell off,
races, and he just fell off. Which, I mean, that was a great start for that team, but you got to be having it at the end of the season.
Yep.
So, fortunately, we were able to see a couple of our teams do so. But I think I missed on that one just a little bit. He ended up having a slump. It just wasn't during the summer. My next one was I thought Chase Elliott was going to get engaged this year. I missed on this one, unless I'm just missing something. But it doesn't seem like they are even together anymore. So I watch their social medias pretty closely, and to be honest, Chase isn't a big social media guy. He is very secretive, so there might be something there between them. They might still be a secret item. I don't know. They're keeping it very quiet like he does a lot of his life. But for now, that was a miss. As far as we know, he is single. And then I thought Larson was going to win a super speedway this year. Now this one was a miss. Huh?
He's been getting a lot closer lately.
Yeah, it was ultimately a miss, but very close. We did see improvements. So he didn't win, but this was his best season by far on the super speedways.
I think it's coming.
Yeah,
he's been very consistent on them lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He finished second at Talladega earlier in the season. He finished third at Atlanta in the middle of the season. And remember, he was in position 2 weeks ago. He was leading the bottom line at Talladega when he ran out of fuel. So he could have pulled it off that day.
I feel like it's gonna happen at Talladega as opposed to Daytona.
Yeah, he has definitely had his best results at Talladega.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I said, ultimately a miss on that one, but we feel it's coming soon.
Mhm.
And then next, as, Brandon mentioned earlier, I said it was gonna be a terrible season for Denny Hamlin, and boy, was I very wrong about that. He ended up leading the series in wins. He had 6 of them. Barely beat the rookie, by the way.
Mhm.
Led over 1,000 laps this year, and he was in the championship 4. So I did think he'd have a pretty good playoff run, but I thought his regular season wasn't going to be that great, and he was really stellar, actually, all season long, from beginning to end. I got to be honest and just put my hand up. I was super wrong about that, but it is what it is. And then last one, I thought NASCAR was going to get a new villain this year. Do you think we have a new villain? Because I don't think so.
Maybe not yet, but I think Carson Hocevar is on the way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, Ross Chastain was on the watch list for a while.
Yeah.
With him wrecking everyone, but
Yeah.
he chilled out. I think we're gonna get the same effect with Hocevar.
Yeah, I think so too. The drivers don't like him, but the fans do though.
Yeah.
So
The fans love him.
yeah, and that's how the fans have been with Ross too.
Yeah.
Ride the Dente.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I don't think we have a villain in NASCAR. The fans don't seem to overly hate anybody right now.
Except Denny.
Well, Denny and Joey, I think, are the 2 most hated.
Oh yeah.
But even so, like we've heard some cheers start to come through for Denny. So I still think there will be I think NASCAR needs one. NASCAR needs a villain. It's great for the sport. I beat your favorite driver. Didn't beat him this week when you had your best. Oh man. That's just awful, right? All aboard.
Mhm.
All
to see
jump
it.
off. Well, guys, what were your surprises this year? And you can give me a Hendrick answer, or you can give me a the entire sport as a whole, NASCAR Cup Series, if you want to include everybody. Maybe who a surprise was, a disappointment, maybe who impressed you, and maybe who has momentum going into next year. We'll start with a surprise though. And I think we talked about some of this at the Oyster Pub, but Briscoe was quite the surprise, to be honest with you. I thought he'd be a good driver. I didn't think he was going to be this great though, this quickly.
Yeah.
I thought it would happen quicker than it did.
Yeah. You think
Yeah.
so, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it took him a while to get into the flow with the 19. I thought that with his talent
It did.
and going to Gibbs in the 19, he was going to take off, and he did. What I was expecting more of what happened towards the end of the season than what happened at the beginning.
Yeah. So, I've heard some people in the industry talk about his slow start to the season, and I think, yes, that was that team putting together full races did take some time to develop, but they came right out the gates with speed. They sat on the pole for the Daytona 500. So they showed
Briscoe was winning poles
very
left and
early.
right this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Briscoe had crazy pole wins.
I think 7 poles.
Yeah.
So they had speed all year long. But to me, I think that was the biggest surprise, though. I just didn't think they were going to be that good that soon.
Yeah.
Biggest disappointment for me might be Ty Gibbs, because if I expected a guy to take off and break out,
Dude,
I mean, it had to be him at some point. And
I've been waiting for his first win.
you think it would, right? Are y'all fans of Ty Gibbs?
I would say I like him. I don't love him.
Okay. I don't care for him. And I might dislike him a little bit more now because he hasn't pulled through yet. He was pretty dominant in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah.
I know.
And had some tall expectations. He's in a Joe Gibbs car, so he should be great.
Whenever he's leading towards the end of the race, he just craps the bed.
Yeah.
He does.
He does.
And just hearing him on the radio, like with his team. I just don't feel like there's a whole lot of cohesion right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a disconnect somewhere.
yeah. Yeah, you would think they have to figure that out pretty soon if things are gonna last. But, of course,
Yeah,
he's got the last name, so it kinda feels like he can't do any wrong.
right.
Who impressed you this year? Obviously, I
Um,
might wanna go Briscoe here again. He was madly impressive, but I'll pick a different driver. Probably SVG's 5 road course wins. I know that that's his thing, but it's still difficult to do at this level. The
yeah,
kinda consistency that he's showing with that.
Yeah, I would say that he was also I had the same situation with your Briscoe. He was my surprise and impression. Like, I did not expect him to be going into the playoffs with the most wins.
Right, yeah,
Um,
true.
and yeah,
Nobody saw that coming,
no, no,
even
and
with all the road courses,
yeah,
nobody.
yeah, he's my surprise and impressed.
Yeah, I can't help but be impressed by I think it's, probably uh, the margin of victory that he has when he
Dude,
wipes the
oh, he
field,
just
dude.
dominates.
no one else
Yeah.
has a chance.
No,
No,
he just dominates now. I
not even
mean,
close.
it'll be fun to watch Connor Zillage give him a run for the money, though.
Yeah, um, I'm hoping so. So, the first road course race next year is COTA. I believe
Mhm,
it's in March, and, that's the one he did not win this year.
mhm,
But, if he does win it here in a few months, that will tie Jeff Gordon's record of 6 in a row. Do y'all think
mhm.
that that happens?
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
think so? Dang.
yeah,
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, just nobody's shown it yet that they can beat him.
Yeah, I
no,
know, he's
Nobody's figured it out. Like you said, just literally a few seconds ago, it's not even close.
yeah,
everyone's fighting for second.
Yeah.
yeah, and 3rd. We need Zillage to step it up in
Yeah,
his first.
I think Zillage can definitely. I mean, he outdueled him
He
in
beat
the Xfinity
yeah.
Yeah,
road course races.
yeah,
Well,
Yep.
yeah, a couple
Yep.
times. I mean, he only won one time against him, but I think
and they're
Yeah.
gonna be
But
teammates racing in the same equipment,
let's see what happens.
he'll have the stuff.
They were both rating in junior motorsport equipment in the Xfinity series too.
Yeah, yeah, I'm hoping Zillage can come right out the gate, though, and get him in March. We need it.
That'd be
'Cause
cool.
I gotta protect that guy right there.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and then last thing, anybody that has momentum to finish this season, like going into next year, who do you think's maybe riding a great wave of momentum? It's going to carry them through the off season.
Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney, that's a great answer.
Yeah, no, Ryan Blaney, I love the way he finished this year. Even though he didn't make the championship, I mean, he won Phoenix again, and I mean,
And
he's
he
just
was so close to winning
and going to the championship.
Martinsville.
Yep,
Was that
yep,
the
Martinsville,
last
yeah,
race?
the one that
Yeah,
Byron beat him on.
yeah.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
close there.
he was in
Yeah,
position
no,
there.
yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I agree with my man Ice T there with the Blaney prediction, but I think also Byron. I mean, he has the experience. He's done it 3 times in a row. He's been to the championship. I think that he's just riding this wave right now, and I think that 2026 is going to be a dominant year for the 24 cut team.
All right. Um, yeah, back to Blaney. I saw a graphic, I think yesterday. I wish I remembered who to credit for this, but it was a breakdown of each manufacturer this season, and they had the highest finishing driver for those manufacturers. So it was like Larson or Byron led Chevrolet with the most like top finishes, like they were the best Chevrolet for a race.
Hmm.
Dude, when you looked at the Fords though, Blaney had a ton of them in his category where he was the best Ford finisher. So it's like
Hmm.
he's carrying that manufacturer right now, like insanely. Um,
Hmm.
they might have to name Ford after Blaney. The
It's
kind of
all
year that he
Blaney
just
now.
had, if he continues to do that, he's carrying them right
Hell
now.
yeah.
So they're gonna have to figure something out. Ford will.
Hmm.
Blaney has it figured out, but no one else can.
Yep.
Right.
So, since we don't have a race to make predictions for until February, let's make some way too early predictions for 2026 next season. I'm gonna give one prediction for each of our drivers in Hendrick. Y'all can choose to give just one if you want, or if you want to go with all four of them, you can. Obviously, I'm going to do all four. I'll give a couple of non-Hendrick predictions and then also a long shot prediction next year of just something to look for. We're not really calling champions. We're not predicting how many races these drivers are going to win, but I will get us started with the Hendrick prediction. I think not really a prediction, but an expectation. Like I said, Bowman, he has to win next year. He's got to run up front more often if he wants to keep that job. If he wants to stay in that car, he's got to show that he deserves it. He earned it a few years ago. He won 4 races in a season. But now if you want to keep it, you got to show that you can do it week in, week out. Chase Elliott, it was nice seeing him finally getting some victories, but we're going to have to continue to see him get more and more. So last year he won 1. This year he won 2. Next year we're probably going to need at least 3 wins out of that team, I think, to see progress stacking on top of each other. Next year, Larson could tie Logano with, if he gets 1 more championship and just 5 more wins, he's tied with Logano for his career resume.
Wow.
He's not far behind him. And then William Byron, I just feel like he's still destined to win the championship in that 24 car. So, like we said earlier, a different point system might reward that consistency. And so, do y'all have any predictions? I think that's mine. William Byron has to finally pull through.
So yeah, I think that was my prediction too. I think that, if it's anyone out, unless the 9 team just, has some sort of epiphany this offseason, I think it's going to be between the 5 and the 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. I think they're both going to have a great shot at the championship, as I mentioned earlier, the 5 and the 24.
Yeah. All right. So, real quick question about Hamlin. He just won 60 wins. And sorry, this is a little bit off a topic. This is not a way too early prediction. But Hamlin, we just saw get 60 wins. I heard Dale Earnhardt Jr. say that he thinks Chase Elliott could get to 60 wins. Like, he has the talent to get to 60 wins in his career, but he doesn't think Chase is going to be racing that long. And I agree with that, but I don't think Chase would be the first guy that comes to mind that can get to 60 wins. Who do y'all have?
Blaney.
You think Blaney can get to 60?
Dude, Blaney's at 17 right now.
Yeah.
He has a long way to go, but that was my pick.
He's getting better with age.
Yeah.
He only had
That's true.
10 wins at the start of last year.
Yeah.
That's
true.
He got 3 last year and 4 this year, so he's trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
He's got a long way to go, but that was I think he could get it done.
Yeah. I'd say the most realistic is Kyle Larson and Joey Logano, as you just previously mentioned. They're like, I believe Logano has 36 or 37, and
37.
Logano's got 37, and Logano's got 32.
Mm-hmm.
No, Larson has 32.
That's what I meant. Larson has 32.
We knew what you
has
meant.
37.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
So yeah, I feel like both of them could definitely make it happen. I hate to give Joey a compliment or anything, but I feel like Larson could get there before him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my thing. I don't think Logano can get there just because he doesn't win at the rate that Larson wins at.
Right.
Larson's
But he's not that old.
Yeah, he hasn't aged a ton like we think he has. He's been
Right.
doing it for a while. He's been racing a while, but he still is not that old. But I just don't think he wins enough on a year-to-year basis.
Right.
Larson,
I don't think anyone does anymore. Like the
Right.
6-win season from Hamlin, like that's pretty rare in this next gen car.
Yeah. Doesn't happen a lot. And I agree with you though. If anyone could, I think Larson could. He's still, I guess, young 30s. He said he was middle-age money now, not young money. But I think if anyone can get to 60 because of the rate that Larson wins at, and especially the rate that he's winning with Hendrick Motorsports, I think he has 26 wins with Hendrick Motorsports. And he's only been with them 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah.
So you're thinking he's getting 5 to 6 wins a year. he could
Well, that
end up
first
getting the
year
60. Huh?
that first year before they, like, regulated the
The
cars a lot
10-win
more.
season, I think it was.
Yeah.
That was his championship year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no one that could compete with him before they evened out the cars a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. But I don't think there's no chance in hell Chase gets there or Blaney gets there.
No, no, no.
I think Blaney would have to come over and drive the 5 car if he wanted to get there.
He can come over and drive that 48 car.
I would freaking love to see it,
Oh
though.
my gosh.
Yeah.
He can
I'd
come over
do
and drive
anything
that
for that.
48 car. That'd be awesome.
Does William Byron have a chance? He's a couple years younger than Larson, but he would have to win at a very high rate.
Yeah, yeah, and he has been winning at a pretty good rate.
Yeah, consistently. Hasn't had one of those. Well, he might have had one 6-win season, but he would definitely need a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to mention. We have to go all the way back to the beginning of the podcast, but when we were talking about the point system changing, I also think I'm sorry, this is totally off topic for where we're at right now. But I think that the point value should also change with the point system. Meaning I think these guys need to be rewarded more for winning the race than they do right now. Now they still get a good reward for winning the race, but I think that should be upped even more so. If we
Yeah.
want to see these guys really going after it, trying to win races, you got to make a win like a huge increment. Like the difference between finishing first and finishing second should probably be the same as finishing second to finishing like 20th. I mean, I
Mhm.
think these guys, and it's at the end of the race, and you know how many more points you can get just for getting that one more spot. If you want to keep the races interesting instead of them settling to finish for points, someone could go out and finish 8th all season long and win the championship. But if you give a lot more points to winning the race, we're going to see a lot more guys going for it. So I think the point value should also change. I just
Well,
wanted to throw that in there.
depending on what format they choose, maybe they don't get this automatic playoff berth anymore. Maybe they do say, "Hey, we're gonna reward them with a lot more points since we're gonna do, like, a different thing here at the end."
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think, if they lessen the amount of drivers to make the playoffs, it's obviously not going to be a win and you're in kind of thing anymore.
Right. But
Yeah.
also, like, yes, that's great for the regular season, but they're trying to reset it to get everyone close together, like, in this playoff format that they're gonna be choosing. So
Right.
what
Yeah.
good is that really doing them?
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I just think if like at the end of this race, if Blaney was in it, obviously he was in a position to capitalize and win the race. But if that's what Larson needed, I just think maybe we see a totally different finish than them just kind of cruising along at the end. Obviously,
Mhm.
there's so many what ifs, but
Oh, another quick question.
yeah.
How many drivers do you see in this 4 race, like, finish to the season?
Yeah, I don't know. It really depends on how many they
I
allowed.
definitely don't see 4.
You think more than 4? Yeah, I think so too. I
I think
think
like maybe 6 or 8.
6 or 8,
Maybe.
yeah. That kind of feels like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
If it was only 4, then yeah, someone could run away with it. But if you give it to 6 or 8 different guys, yeah, they're not gonna get that too far out in front of the next guy.
Maybe the regular season lasts longer. We trim down the playoff field to, like, I don't know, 8 or 10, and then say, "You guys shoot off for the rest of the season."
Yeah, yeah.
Who knows what they're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm ready to find out, though.
To be determined.
All right, so sorry, back to the way too early predictions. So for non-Hendrick, you'll have someone from another camp with a way too early prediction for next year. Are you, Brandon? You want to go with Blaney? Is he going to make it happen? Or
Yeah, I was thinking either Blaney or maybe C. Bell breaks through.
I'm thinking Christopher Bell is next
yeah.
year.
So that's where I think I'm going to land too. I had 2 guys that came to mind. Tyler Reddick was one of them, but not knowing the situation over at 2311, how that's going to work out, I'm not sure I can put a whole lot of stock in Reddick right now, but I feel like I can put a lot of stock in Christopher Bell because he
Oh
was
yeah.
just, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
he's been the first guy out of the championship four for the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's just really close to breaking
He's there.
through and getting into the championship four. And of course, he'll be a threat, especially because Homestead will be part of that finish. So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm with you on that one. And then a long shot, something maybe kind of out of the dark.
I think Hocevar finally gets his first win.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
Feels like he has to, right?
I mean, I feel like
It's close.
he's yeah, man, he's come close too many times. I mean, this will be his 3rd season now. So, I think he gets I mean, if not 1, maybe 2, but for sure 1, I think.
Yeah.
I got, like, a personal race going on between him and Gibbs to see who can win first.
Yeah. It's interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
My way too early prediction for next year is that, obviously we're going to expect to see some struggles from Connor Zilic. It is not easy coming up to Cup,
Mhm.
but he's got enough road courses that he could get one of those, get himself into the playoffs. And I mean, I saw enough development on the ovals this year that he will be fun to watch every track we go to.
Dude, he's developed at an incredible rate.
Yeah, I'm
I think
excited to
he's
see
gonna
him.
have an immediate impact.
You think
But
so?
I also thought that about Ty Gibbs.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's tough moving up,
It's a big jump for sure.
but it feels like he's world class. And do you think you probably have more expectations for Zilic than you did Gibbs coming into Cup?
I
Yeah.
think
I mean,
so, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm at that point too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that if Zillers doesn't immediately hop in and make an impact, then I don't know, he might be in a Ty Gibbs situation there.
Yeah, and I
Maybe.
I don't see a world that happens though. I think Zilic is that good.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think he can at least steal one of the road courses, like
yeah,
his
for
first year.
sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Well, that's pretty much all I had for us to talk about. Did y'all want to mention anything else before I sign us out for the off season?
No, man, I just wanted to say thank you for the 3 times we've been able to do this, and it's been a blast, bro,
Keep
and I'm
counting.
excited to I mean, yeah, man, I'm excited to do it again in 2026, man.
Me
Yeah.
too. Can't wait to be a guest again. Just wanna give one last shout out to Willie B for blowing that tire, Denny Hamlin's crew chief for making that awful call,
Praise
and
God.
Kyle Larson for winning that championship.
Preach,
Yes, sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Man, you speaking my language on Zip It Up Pod. Mm, I'll drink to that. Yeah, so thank you to both of you for not only joining tonight, because I love having someone to talk to, especially since we were able to do a season recap, but also coming out to Oyster Pub. I appreciate both of y'all joining
Great
at
time.
different times throughout the season. It's been fun. And I will be taking the next few weeks off. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the off season as well, where I don't have to you know, work up an outline, do a bunch of research and notes and stuff. I'm going to take this time to get refreshed as well. So I'll have a few weeks off, but I've been hinting at already, like planning some stuff for the off season. So there will be episodes coming out before next season happens, but the plan is to be back for 2026. And we're going to launch a rebrand and everything. We will still be the Zip It Up Pod, but we'll have a different appearance. I think a little bit more eye-popping, a little bit more vibrant, and some colors that relate more to Hendrick Motorsports than what we already have right now. So I think once I do that, that's going to probably send a bolt of rejuvenation through me, and I'll be ready when the season finally gets here. But look, this team has a 15th championship, so we will be back for 2026. There will be a championship to defend, and there will be a fan base that I will feel the need to come on and fulfill a podcast for. So I am looking forward to the off season, but also looking forward to 2026, baby. I love
Yes,
NASCAR.
sir.
Love it so
Love
much.
it.
I don't know
Love it, love
why
it.
it's much, but I do.
Mhm.
Love
Looking
it.
forward to a weekend in Daytona.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Maybe have to make it a whole week, but
For sure.
the weather,
We
the
still
weather's
gotta rent that
amazing
RV.
in February. Huh?
Said we still gotta rent that RV.
I know, bro. Actually thought about that yesterday. All right. we'll make those plans. We'll work on it. But hey, y'all have a good off season. I will talk to y'all soon. Be good, fellas.
See you guys.